apologize. My statement is either too dramatic or simply not as perfect as something a lawyer would put together. The fact that this should be in my own, the fact is that this should be in my own words, and I believe the court will agree with that. I will explain it. I will try to explain it in the best way possible. The situation has become extremely serious, and I absolutely will not be manipulated and intimidated anymore. I have now read the English translation of the court documents, and my lawyer will explain that almost every single allegation against me is a complete fabrication. I did not understand the previous proceedings at all. It was all in Norwegian, and not a word was translated into English. Everybody talks so fast, it was impossible to keep up. Not only am I not even close to perfect Norwegian, but it was all legal wording, and none of it made any sense to me at all. Nothing was made clear to me even after I read the Norwegian court determination, and nobody explained it to me. After several lawyers politely requested and eventually demanded an English translation of the court documents, I finally received it months later, and this was not until after my girls were forcefully taken, a few days after they began school. My previous lawyer was unfortunately on vacation in this horrible situation. He called me right away and said he was completely shocked after I explained the details to him. He told me that what was done was illegal. He said according to Norwegian law, he should have been told way in advance, and legal paperwork should have been sent to his office, and a copy of the same paper should have been delivered to me before the drastic action. There's a lot more to explain when it comes to the situation at the school, but if it's okay, I'll get back to it. After my children were taken, I went down to the Barnevernet office and spoke with Woodman Balgat, and the meeting was not only extremely uncomfortable, but also very upsetting. He told me during the meeting, "You are not their mother anymore, it is the foster mother's house, and she is their mother now. I resent your authority, and it's causing a conflict," and those were his exact words. I would like to explain everything that was said about my past in New York is completely untrue, and that fact is clear to me now. That I read all the empty allegations in the English translation of the court papers. I'm not a lawyer, but I've done my share of research, and whatever was included or mentioned about my past in New York is not included in this case. Somebody needs to remove the made-up story about what happened to me in New York, because not a single word is true. I feel safe to say that it's a fact that neither the judges nor the lawyers involved here had traveled to the States and got the facts about this. I do want to say that it seems scary and outrageous that all that was written about me when it's so far from the truth. I don't think I really need to explain, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you anyway. Amelia, my firstborn daughter, lives with her paternal grandmother, and Zadie is living with my sister, and this was my choice. I have a very good relationship with my sister, and I talk to Zadie and the family over there all the time. I am proud to say my daughters in the States are bright, and they're both vegan and in perfect health. I was never on the run from child services in the U.S., and I never fled to Norway. I cannot understand why it was written in there, because it's not true at all. I'm not a lawyer, but I really don't understand how all of that was included in the report. When I first came here, I stayed at a hotel in Oslo. I did not rush to apply for any help. I thought I could get a job right away, but that did not work out as planned. I found myself in a situation to apply for some help. As a single mother, this is far from unusual, and it's not something that should be held against me in this case. For the record, I had a full-time job in the U.S., and I was a respected employee. I did not take welfare, and I was not a criminal. I was not hiding from the authorities or running to Norway. I just wanted to come back home because I thought Norway was a safe place to raise my kids. I grew up here, and I always felt safe as a kid. Now I'm horrified. We all are. I don't know what to think. I mean, I'm numb, and so is my whole family. I want to say again, what was written in the court report was a complete lie. None of my children have been taken against my will and forced into foster care. I can't believe what's happening now. It's really depressing and it makes me really upset. My lawyers just keep on telling me this whole case is shocking and illegal. I don't even know how to explain all this. My daughters are being kept in a tiny room. It looks like a prison cell. I brought the picture to prove it. The last time I saw my girls, they were so scared and they both looked really sick. I started asking them questions like any concerned mother would do. I was so upset, but they stopped my girls from answering. My daughters are not allowed to speak to me at all, and whenever I ask them a question during a visit, Mr. Belliga stops me and the other girls and tells me I have to ask her the questions. Nobody will let me talk to my daughters at all. I also brought before and after pictures. Now my girls have lost weight, they are pale, and they look absolutely sickly compared to how they looked when they took them. I approve and I hope to God that this board will not ignore it. After my kids were taken, I went to the doctor's office and again requested the test results from the blood test that I gave my girls months ago. When the doctor gave them this test, she said that they seemed low on B12, so I added B12 supplements to their diet. But according to Barnevernet, this was not enough. Barnevernet had the doctor set up a program for 12 strong shots of B12. Now that the medical reports had finally given to me just a few days ago, it really seems like a serious mental error was made because the children never showed any symptoms of low levels of B12 or anything else for that matter. It's a medical fact that low levels of B12 can be easily corrected. But too much B12 can cause horrible side effects, even death. My girls are now showing similar side effects to what has been described in medical reports, and their B12 levels are over triple the tolerant amount, and the medical report says that this was held back for 5 months. This was because the shots they were forced to take. My lawyer is presenting evidence and medical case studies which will explain this. About a month ago, I was with a Barnevernet lady named Mariana for a scheduled visit with my 2 daughters. She picked me up in her car and drove me to the girls' school. Mariana instructed me to go in and pick up the girls in school, and she waited for us in the car. When I entered the school to pick up the girls, they saw me and both came running with joy. Several teachers immediately rushed over and grabbed the girls, holding them back from me. One of the teachers grabbed me and pushed me back. The teacher that was holding the kids back said, "These children cannot go anywhere." I explained immediately that Mariana was waiting in the car and she told me to get the girls. And they started getting loud and said I was lying. They immediately sent another teacher out to the school parking lot to search for Mariana. And when they found her, they confirmed my story was true. But still, they would not let me take them until she herself came to get them. After the incident, I spoke to the principal and asked her why I was treated that way. See the health difference on the
Jeg vet det. Ja, ja. Ja da, så du vet jeg prøver å ha en litt oversikt over der man ganske ja, kanskje du der med den der var det. Men også der var det kanskje. Det er noe det